Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Trey back again here bringing another video. This one's going to be a really exciting one. Announcement from Playmates Toys, and that is that we're going to be getting a new series of Teenage Ninja Turtle figures, the Teenage Ninja Turtle Classics figures. Now, these were announced about a year ago, but we didn't know exactly what they were going to look like. We didn't know just how they were going to be, what kind of articulation they were going to have, what kind of size they were supposed to be, and they didn't have any pictures at first. So now we officially have some released pictures of the figures, and let's take a look at them individually in depth and review what we've seen so far. So far there are 4 announced, and I mean, obviously for the first series of Teenage Ninja Turtles line, you're probably going to want to get the 4 turtles out first, and then maybe after that we'll see for the second, third series and how they're going to go. I'm assuming these are going to be about 20 bucks each roughly, and we'll see how they go when they finally release. So let's take a look at first off Michelangelo. So these figures look crazy. I mean, when you look at the articulation, they're supposed to be 6 inches in size, so they should fit in scale perfectly with or almost perfectly with DC Universe Classics, with Masters of the Universe Classics, with Marvel Legends, any of these type of figure lines. They should be just about the right height. We did get the NECA Turtles a couple years ago, which are absolutely amazing figures, and the best Teenage Ninja Turtles to this date. But it'll be nice to have some kind of classic feel turtles. As you can see, it's got the late 80s style design to it. It's got the colored bandana and pads, as well as the M on the belt, which is very cool to see. So this is reminiscent of the TV show, and probably the best figures that have ever been released of that version of the Turtles. So we get to see he's got chain-linked nunchucku here. He's got, as you can see, articulated fingers and thumbs, which is just insane. Double-jointed elbows, double-jointed knees. I can't really see too much at the neck from this picture, but I assume he's probably going to have a pretty good, range of motion on the neck joint, the head joint. What else can I see from here? The feet look really good. He looks like he might even have articulated toes. It does look like it. Maybe even an ankle rocker or ankle pivot, as some might call it. Looks like the joints on the knees are really good. Looks like they're going to be able to get a pretty good range of motion from them. So that's pretty sweet there too. And the color looks really vibrant. The paints look really, really nice on it. The shell at the back looks like it might have some kind of a holder, for the nunchucku. The only thing that surprises me about the Michelangelo is he doesn't look too happy. I would think that for a Michelangelo sculpt, for the first one, since you're going to have the other 4 turtles kind of looking a little bit more serious, you'd want to have him looking, a little bit more like happy-go-lucky and smiling and all that kind of stuff. Kind of strange that they went with a more serious look for Mikey. He doesn't look mad, but he's not smiling, which is just, for me, is a little strange. I would think that would be a no-brainer, but I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because the thing looks absolutely crazy. Let's move on then to Raphael. So here we have the Raphael figure, looking a little bit more angry than the Mikey. I like the look of the side. They look really nice. And I also see from this picture, as you can see from the mid-torso there is a joint there. There's a articulated cut there. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to work with the shell on the back. If the shell, what it is the shell is either cut in 2 parts, or it could be that it's attached to the upper part of the torso, which would make sense, or maybe the lower part. But it looks like you're still going to get some movement there, even though it might be hindered a little bit by the shell. That still is a very nice articulated joint to have. Once again, you can see a closer look here of the knees with the double joints look really nice. The toe joints, definitely going to have articulated toes. The ankle does look like it'll have an ankle rocker, as well as the shoulder joints. You get a clear look here that you can see that the shoulder joint should be pretty good. Swivel at the bicep, swivel at the upper thigh too is clear to see in this one. And I really like the look of the belt The belt looks really, really nice on this one. You can see the R and the nice yellow, the pupils and the mask. So they're not going with the white eye mask. They're going with the actual pupils inside it, and he's got a pretty nice looking snarl with teeth on both sides, which is very, very cool. So that one definitely, that's a must-have. Well, they're all a must-have, but very cool. All right, let's move on to the next. Okay, so let's get into to Donatello. Equally as impressive as the others. I like the bow staff. Looks really nice. We get to see the high arm articulation here, where at the shoulder joint, his right arm is all the way up, pretty much extended. So it looks like you're gonna be able to get some crazy poses with these guys, and we can see a little bit more of the cut at the torso here. No indication yet of what the shell is going to be like at the back and how that cut is going to affect it. It's probably going to be hindered by the belt, as this belt goes over one shoulder. So I guess we'll have to see, how that turns out. But you can also see here the fingers look like you can see where they've got the articulation there. That's very cool. Going to love to have a Donatello with that kind of articulation, as well as the Raph and the Mikey. I love the purple they chose here. It is just perfect, absolutely perfect. Not too much else to say about him. Just that, super excited for that one too. Let's get on to the leader. Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. Okay, so here's Leonardo. Wow, he looks sweet. There's no question about it. It does look like the skin tone is probably going to be pretty similar on all of them, even though in the cartoon they were pretty much the same. A little bit different though, actually. Now that I look at the others, Donatello looks to be a little bit brighter, whereas Michelangelo looks to be a little bit more green. Raph looks a different shade green, so they're all going to be their own unique shade. I really like the look of Leonardo here. Really looks nice. The blue, even the blue on his katana, really look cool. I wonder if he'll have a place to put them in the back. He probably will. And the head sculpt on him just looks great. He looks angry. Just very, very cool. So to wrap it all up, this is absolutely crazy news. I mean, I'm going to be, looking over these pictures probably for the next few months here and there until, we get some more look at these figures. This could potentially be one of my favorite lines of figures ever. Just with the start of the Turtles and how they look, they're pretty much perfect, to be honest with you. They're basically perfect. I wouldn't change a whole lot with them. I mean, they all look great. Can you imagine? Playmates Toys is the company that brought us the old Technodrome and sewer playset and that kind of stuff. Can you imagine if they were to re-release that in a bigger scale for these guys? Can you imagine how cool it would be if in series like 3, 4, or 5 we got like a build-a-play set? Each figure came with a piece of like the Technodrome or something like that, and it'd be like bigger than the old Technodrome. That would just be crazy. What else too? Obviously, if they're going to be releasing these and they continue the line, we'll probably get a Shredder, we'll probably get a Krang and a Splinter, and this is crazy. This is so cool. Just the possibilities are endless. The Casey Jones and April O'Neil, and who knows, man? I mean, this looks like it could be one of the coolest toy lines ever. I'll be excited to see if we're going to actually be getting some different play sets and stuff like that to go with them. The only thing about it is the size. These won't fit in scale with the old play sets. The old play sets are for the like maybe about 4-inch figures, and these figures are supposed to be 6 inches. Hopefully this won't end up like a McFarlane Walking Dead toy line thing where they're announced as 6-inch, and then when they're released they're 4-inch. That would really, really just be a big letdown. Playmates Toys, I don't see them as a company that cheaps out very often, so they usually aren't afraid to release bigger scale figures and big play sets and things like that. So I think these figures will retail at about $20, maybe 15, but I'd say probably 20 is the best guess for me. But they definitely look like they're going to be worth it, and definitely look like they're going to be something that's going to be highly sought after. I know for sure I'll be, if they keep this line going past the first set next year when they release it, I will definitely collect all of them. There's no question about it. Let me know what you guys think about the new TMNT Playmates figures. These look like the coolest figures I have ever seen. That's it. Later, guys. Peace.